The Celtics have 19 games. The 76ers. Paul George is John Coble, the referee. We got George. We got all these players, but that's the life in the NBA. Tatum takes it in, knocked away by Oubre. One of the top thieves in the NBA. A little over 19 points a game.
Type players, but offensively tonight, they're going to have to look for their shot a little bit more.
Here's a whistle. Playing their process. Here comes Yabusele, a former high draft pick by Boston. Drummond a screen, a shot by Grimes, and a rebound inside, fetched by White. White last night had the monster game with 31. Here's a
Last night, you didn't want the game to end if you're Pritchard or White, and he's continuing that hot shooting.
Edwards, Edwards is from the Philadelphia area. Pennsylvania High School Player of the Year, now playing for the Sixers. Weaving is Tatum. Cornette was in the corner. Back to Tatum. Three.
And what did Nick Nurse say? Look, we got to find a way. Easier said than done. They average 48 threes a game, and they make 18 of these.
Ford starts, of course, and fourth consecutive miss. He's dealing with an illness, and they're getting him some extra rest. It's Oubre. Yabusele, who played overseas, now joins Philly.
You got to go deep into the bench, and yet this bench over the last 2 to 3 years off time.
It's winning with resting.
Yes.
So you keep the winning culture on track. Keita has it here. White sets up with a three late call.
He thought he had to steal. He didn't get it. And Derek White made him pay.
On the road, 76ers are 10 and 19. And Edwards was spinning, looking for the cutting Oubre. Vacuumed in by Keita. And here comes Jason Tatum, a top 10 scorer, bouncing his way inside. Lost it. And Drummond will take it. Grimes, 3-on-1 on the wing. Oubre, the collision. Timberwolves by 14 mid-devices. They've lost 11 of 12 and 13 of 15. And they've lost Joel Embiid for the remainder of the season. White sets up. He's hit 2 threes. Positions for his third. Up by Quentin Grimes. They got him in a trade right before the deadline with Dallas. Caleb Martin sent down to Texas. Yabusele a three. Tatum off to White. And here comes Boston. Home record is 20 and 11. It's only the 11th best in the NBA, but it's the
road where they've made their consistency, and that can come in a lot of forms. And now we're going to see tonight as White misses another. Can they play the same way, play the same consistent way without really 3 of their starters in the lineup?
Yabusele, who's a big rascal, takes it in.
How good has Yabusele been all season long for Philadelphia?
Averaging 11 points and 5 rebounds. He's come off the bench. He has been a starter.
The zone, matchup zone here by Philly.
Little wrinkle put in by Nick Nurse, second-year coach Tatum.
Both ways.
Tatum didn't play last night against Portland. Grimes for 2. Read him. 7.5 to go in the first.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, you and I did this game in Philadelphia, and it was Tatum who was just dropping dimes left and right in that game on the road.
Oubre takes it. Climbs the ladder and swats it away. Peterson 3, no. Rebound. Outlet for Edwards and a little bit long in pro basketball history, and a Celtic and a player they have developed. Here comes White. And it's off to Tatum with the fake. He looks at what Tatum does, kind of what you're referring to.
He's a hooper, and he just wanted to play. But there wasn't a trade to be made. And as the Boston's guard rotation thinned out, Pritchard's work started to pay off, and he's now starring in his role as 6th man. He plays guys with not a chip, but a boulder on his shoulder. He told me tonight that while he's in the game, Pritchard is the betting favorite right now to win 6th man of the year in the NBA, an award he said he definitely wants to win. But as he gets set to check in, Reggie, there's a crowded field that is gunning for that award.
Paul Malik, Beasley, DeAndre Hunter, but think about Pritchard's number. First and first in three-pointers made. Remember, 10 last night. Third in total assists and first in minutes. So right now he's the leader in the clubhouse. It's all the starters out for Boston and Missoula, because he understands he wants that firecracker. Look at that move there by
10. Hit a couple threes. Walker to Yabusele. Walker was in camp with the Celtics. They waived him. He went overseas. Now he's back in the NBA. Walsh is in. Grimes a three. Pritchard is in. Shireman has come in for Boston. Good change of gear. Driving is Tatum.
good start for Tatum.
Grimes who had that big game Saturday. Nick Nurse in his second season has been dealt a very difficult hand. Jab stepping to
man. Nonetheless, no bastards.
Oubre, Yabusele, and Walker. Lonnie Walker played at Miami. With a handful of teams, 4 of them. One shot, 3 votes. He's out of Arkansas, and here comes Pritchard. Accelerates into Butler.
Looking for how the play, a rolled ankle here or there, and you're called into duty. So these are important minutes for those two.
Pritchard, who had 10 threes last night. Tatum a 3. Knocked away Cornet, but picked up there by Oubre, and Kelly will take it, shift gears, crossover inside. 76ers are 21-40. Tatum. Celtics 44-18. Jason Tatum.
For Tatum.
He's got 11. Last year at this time, Boston had 48 wins. Right now they got 44. Lonnie Walker
here for the 76ers.
Pritchard will spin. Walker will defend. Outside Baylor Shireman. Now will take it in for 2.
They all play the same way, right? They all can shoot threes, but if you overplay those 3, they can take you off the dribble.
Yabusele lost it. Here comes Tatum. Ahead to Walsh.
I got you the first 59 years.
Okay.
And the Celtics are going to win.
Get me 2 of those.
Walsh has it on the Philadelphia miss. Pritchard finds an opening. Shireman on the wing. Walsh on top. And Pritchard, it's a 3. 20 games this season. That's top 5 in the NBA. Playing with a bad hip tonight. Butler a fake and a move and a foul. Walker's on top. Shireman there. Drummond is straight. Shot clock at 4 for Walker. Rebound. Celtics beat Denver here Sunday by 7. Tatum. Screen by Cornet. Here's a 3. 16-5 run right now for the Celtics. About 30 to play here in the first. Butler will try to make a move. Lost the ball. Defense by Walsh. Down court Tatum. Who are 2.5 games and back of the final play-in position in the East. Oubre. And with a move right here, Lonnie Walker will try to work on Shireman. Shot clock at 5 for the trailing.
The best offensive rebounders this game has ever seen.
He's had some terrific performances over the years. Drummond, in fact, has led the league in rebounding 4 times. There's a turnover. Boston during this 18-7 run, 8 of 9 from the 4. Oubre on top. Walsh will defend. Kelly Oubre. Half minute to go in the first. 35% shooting for Philly. Another steal by Tatum. The trailing Shireman. Tatum. Doughton is in. Jeff Doughton. He's got it here. Sets up. Drummond outside. Walker open 3.
Steals in this first quarter for Tatum.
Tatum's career high for first quarter points is 18. He's got 18 now. Adjusting Pritchard. Knocked away by Walker.
You joined the Celtics in training camp, then you got waived by him. What does this mean to you to get off to this start, to try and prove to the NBA that you belong in this league?
I mean, every game counts for me. You know, I'm trying to take advantage of the opportunity to play the best of my capability, let God do the talking. And, you know, every lesson and a blessing, you know. But for the most part, taking advantage every single day, trying to be better than what I was yesterday.
Great start. Keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Guys.
Good job, Jarrett. 3 of 3 starting from three-point land for Lonnie Walker so far. The Oubre out top and a 3. White's got it. Shireman on the floor. Peyton Pritchard. Keita back out there on the wing. It's Craig. A 3.
Shooter can knock it down like he did just there. Already the Celtics 6 of 13 from 3.
Andre Drummond. Keita. Rebound by Shireman. And now Peyton Pritchard. Yep.
Especially with Drummond. Again, we talked about one of the best offensive rebounders this game has seen. A much smaller lineup on the floor here for Boston. See if Drummond can get some offensive rebounds and some easy ones.
Doughton inside. Picked up by Keita. Here comes Pritchard. Boston has won 8 of their last 10. 2 in a row and 12 of 15. It was a good pass on the doorstep. Triple team. He can't get it. Fetched his own miss. Picked up by Craig. New shot clock. It's down to 5 right now. Keita. Pritchard. Weaving. Backpedals. 2. No. So you can only...
Whomever we put out here, the effort has to remain the same, and thus far it has. Now, the question is, do they have enough scoring, which they don't.
He'll be 35 pretty soon, by the way. Here's driving Doughton. The cutting Edwards. The bump into Keita.
Things by the book. Kevin Johnson has been great, and that ain't the problem. To want to play, you've got to come and show up on time, right? Your best players have to be committed night in and night out. Can't be a one-man band.
In a straight jacket, White got it out. Keita, by the way, picked up his second foul moments ago. Here he is. He's working down low. Yabusele is there. Keita again surrounded. 4 points against Golden State and Philly on Saturday. Driving here, Edwards. Got it to Walker. Grimes. No call, as he thought he may have been fouled as he fired.
Nice job by Philadelphia, just hanging around, right? Hanging around.
Philadelphia lost 9 consecutive
For the season, 6 of 10 for the Sixers.
Pritchard, step back block. Doughton got a hand on it. Now the other way. Grimes accelerates, stutter steps, and takes it to the hole.
Effort by Keita.
Right into Yabusele. And picked up by Justin Edwards. Ahead to Yabusele. Post. Like we said, most of his college is South Dakota. Then he went to Creighton inside. Keita. Good drive from behind by Justin Edwards. Racing the other way with it. Yabusele on top. Doughton thought 3. Keita comes out on him.
Look at that. Keita out here guarding at the 3-point line.
Yabusele. Triple no. Rebound Keita.
Great minutes.
And there's Reggie have used 38 different starting lineups. That is the most.
Turn this year's disappointment into a 2026 success story has the Sixers in a really precarious situation. And it's really all tied.
Well, it's the same tooth that he lost, but he lost some teeth in that clinching Game 5 versus Dallas. And Jared, why don't you follow up on your Sixers story?
Thank you, Reggie. As I was saying before we had that incident with Derek White, the Sixers are not guaranteed to keep their 2025 pick. And the reason for that is back in 2020, Philly made a deal with Oklahoma City to get out from underneath Al Horford's contract. They sent a 2020-25 top 6 protected pick with Horford to the Thunder. Now, facing serious concerns about obviously Joel Embiid's health and a lack of salary, need to have the ability to own this year's pick to either select a future star guys or use it as a tradable asset.
So now you're going to have to walk us through it. It gets a little complicated as we see another shot right here. What's next?
Well, let me give you kind of a quick explainer on how the draft lottery works. The top 4 picks are determined by how the ping pong balls are drawn. But if you're not part of the top 4, where a team picks can drop as far as 4 spots. So that means that even
no definitive word yet on what they're doing to the knee. I think he is continuing to see specialists Joel is and trying to figure out.
See, to me, that's another thing that's frustrating. How does the team not know what their franchise player with Kevin Johnson? I mean, there's a lack of communication. I may be wrong here, right? I may be in the dark. But for Nick Nurse to come out and say, I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. It's just a total lack of communication.
Grimes bites off. Torrey Craig gets the rebound. Here comes Quentin Grimes. Philadelphia, the fourth team he's been with. Making a move here, Lonnie Walker.
Wow. Gals in Pennsylvania, Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yes, he was.
Lonnie Walker in significant minutes off the bench here for Philly, putting in work.
He's played for 14. Shireman.
They all play the same way because they're going against Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard.
Long shot, Walker will not drop. Here comes Pritchard off that 43-point game the other night. Tatum, nice move to fake out the defense. Three won't drop. Defended by Edwards. Back out. Peyton Pritchard.
Great minutes here off the bench here for Boston. Keeps the ball alive and finds Pritchard.
It's Kelly Oubre on top. Began 1 of 6 hits. 20.
Jim Bona out of UCLA.
Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year. A floater, and it's fourth assist for him. Grimes will tee up a three. Approaching 3.5 in the half. Pritchard again, driving hard, kicking. Torrey Craig.
10 made threes last night.
Pritchard is on him. Grimes has got 3. Oubre's got 9. Walker off the bench with 11. Oubre.
By Kelly Oubre, over his last 7, averaged 21 points while shooting 53% from the field.
Pritchard stop, start, scoop, score!
The last 3 minutes.
Grimes with speed. Out there, is that what they do? What do they do with that?
Well, I'm not back.
Well, Derek White is as tough as they come.
Is
so
a very tough guy.
if this was a meaningful game,
He'd be out there now.
He'd be more probable to return as opposed to questionable to return.
This is Tatum. Weaving, snaking, driving. Not playing tonight with a sprained left big toe. Also doesn't play in the back end of a back-to-back, or the front end of a back-to-back. He played last night, not playing that. Last night, by the way, he had 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists against Portland on this 4. Drummond grinding, no. Celtics have beaten the 76ers 2 straight. They beat them 2 weeks ago in Philly by 20. With Embiid, with George, with Maxey. Tatum, Cornette. Tatum, long 3, no. Craig firing away, got the rebound, kicks it out, Pritchard triple. Got his miss, fires again.
With 11, 3 of 5 from downtown for Pritchard.
Something else. He's at 13 threes in the last 2 games. We got another half to go here. Drummond, he out of age, 2-time All-Star.
Shows you
6 teams he's played for.
how the game has evolved for Drummond.
Shireman, 3 won't go. Drummond showing that he can still contribute in many ways to a team. Setting a screen, hit a 3, grab the rebound. Oubre 3, no. Drummond inhales the loose ball. Grimes 3, no. Oh! Oubre didn't get it. Drummond driving, feeding, falling, lost it. Tatum behind the back. Tatum to the trailer. Pritchard aims, shoots, no. Rebound, Pritchard. Why not fire? Let's kick it back out. It's off to Tatum.
Wow, what a first half. Very entertaining.
Way outside from Worcester. He can't knock it in. Pritchard, the offensive board. He'll drive. He'll feed. Cornette out to Craig. He'll set. Yabusele gets out there. Shireman 3 there. Rebound tap. Is a big
That
thing.
was in rhythm.
Then let it go.
You don't have that much. Let it go.
What did you prefer?
Catch and let it go.
Territory. The bench of Boston has outscored the Philly bench. Here's a steal. Peterson.
We don't mention that.
Where one Cheryl Miller played and set record after record. Grimes on top, and the 17-footer with the Peterson. Torrey Craig will start the second half. One interesting thing that Joe Mazzulla does, and he's got so many different facets. A 3 by White.
He's wearing the mouth guard to hold the tooth in. I asked him if it was the same tooth that he lost in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and White said, kind of. So I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe they don't really know yet, but I would presume he'll be seeing a dentist in the very near future. But that mouth guard in there now on the upper portion of his teeth to hold the tooth in.
Oh, Drummond just went right below the belt. Here comes Tatum ahead to Peterson. Cornette is grimacing in pain, and we all know why. Here's White on the wing. Torrey Craig. White, another 3 over Drummond. The play by Abasele with Oubre the other way. And again, Embiid not playing, George not playing, Maxey's out. That 76ers are 23rd in offense and 26th in defense. And the big three have not been together much this season at all. Maxey, George, and Embiid. Tatum from 15.
Contact step back there for Tatum.
Tatum's got 22, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Yeah, the big three only together 14 games this season for Philly. Record was 7-7. Here's a long shot, 14-7 for Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey. An electrifying young player out tonight with an injury. Tatum to White, splits the defense and finds
The other Philly trying to guard Tatum.
He's only 31. He's got, even though his resume says he's been in a lot of stops, he's got a lot of years left. Cornette stepped on his foot by mistake. It might. Cornette. Torrey Craig, they just picked him up after he was waived. Tatum doubled. Comes the loose ball. Here is Quentin Grimes. Oh, he was hit. 14. And they've just never been able to recover. The best month was December when they went 9-3. But they won 1.
He was on his way to winning Rookie of the Year.
What did start?
Yes.
It's Peterson, fought 3. Edwards comes out on him. White in the corner. Tatum sets and a triple.
5 guys who can knock down 3. Everyone is in the popcorn machine trying to run them off that 3-point line, and all 5 guys can knock them down. 4 minutes gone in the quarter. Straight games. He scored 20 points or more. Averaging 21 over his last 15.
In a row. And tonight, without Brown, Holiday, Horford, Porzingis, and Hauser. It's Oubre after the turnover, and teams in his 9th year and playing well.
Joe Mazzulla close to getting one as well. On the outside looking in that MVP discussion.
Look at the trap on White. And not a lot of people have said that with him. We just did. Here comes Oubre across the lane. A little fake, a maneuver. Nice. Started tonight. He averages a little over 10 a game.
Another young player that they can grow with. Look at the length on him in his wingspan.
Good point. Tatum fakes the 3. Now he'll fire it. Straight threes. Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre, swashbuckling down the lane. Great knock away. Celtic defense. White on the wing. Peterson. Triple no, and hailed by
mallet finger, because if he's not close to 100%, they are compromised defensively, especially at that guard position.
It's Oubre penetrating. Oh, we go. And Oubre at the stripe as we take a look.
So Ray Acosta talking about shoulder as he's going up. Remember now, that second quarter, White has lost the 1 tooth already.
White is picked up by Grimes. Oubre is on Tatum. And Tatum skirts right by him. It's offensive rebound. White will drive. Right over.
Points since that big first quarter.
Things have changed for this organization.
Yeah, not just the finish they had last year that gave them promise. They had all sorts of cap space. They added all these Embiid, and they spend $800 million on their future over the summer on Embiid, Paul George, and Maxey. Now, all three are not on the floor.
It's Tatum. Reggie, I want to get your thoughts on this. This is over Grimes. Rebound Craig.
On paper, it's between them, but in my opinion, holds himself at a higher accountability. This team is not going to go anywhere. He has to hold himself at a higher accountability. And when you're the best player, you have to do things, and you've got to do things with, when you're thinking about it, that benefit the team. Coming early, staying late, sacrificing. That's what a leader has to do. That's what the best player always has to do on the best team.
Reading is Tatum with All-NBA. Oubre before him had 24 points and 13 in the Quaker, who's having a good game.
Again, this was a smart pickup by Lonnie Walker.
Yeah. Tatum, Shireman triple. Edwards rebound.
Oh, look at this.
Beautiful. Offensive rebounding, crashing for open corner threes, winning all the momentum plays. You got to keep doing that, all right?
It's a Walsh triple. That was our State Farm audio of two championship winning head coaches. Nick Nurse did it with Toronto. Joe Mazzulla did it last year here in Boston.
Well, you heard Nick Nurse pleading with them, limit the threes, and Walsh, out of that timeout, knocks down the three, where they're a +12.
Edwards, just one turnover. 5 consecutive made shots by the 76ers. Walsh, no. Here comes Grimes on the move and finds Walker for three.
They are at 3-point. They're only a -6 in the 3-ball category. That's what's keeping them within striking distance.
And Walker has gone 5 of 7 from 3, and he's got 17 points. A former Celtic training camp invitee later waived, went overseas and played in the EuroLeague. Here's Tatum, corner, and the shot, no, Baylor Shireman, and he steals the ball. Makes a fake, fouled by Oubre.
Well, that's back to when I said NBA players.
Grimes has a matchup on Tatum. Pritchard is in. Walker will dribble and feed. Yabusele and
The Celtics have given up. They've given up some leads, especially in the fourth. Got a little less than 2 minutes left here in the third. We were up 25-3 versus the Cavs and got walked out.
Celtics in the middle game of 3 games in 4 nights. Played here last night against Portland, won by 10. Tatum takes it into a thicket of defenders. 26.
27 has done it.
Yep,
five
times.
in a row.
Yep. Reggie, and he's durable too, Tatum. Very durable.
Well, if you watch him here, the Celtics in a rare zone here. If you watch Tatum before the game, all the dynamic stretching he does before the game, he's ahead of the curve.
Oubre across the lane. Feeds it back to down.
Never know when your number may be called on this Celtics team.
Jared, he is a tinkerer, isn't he?
Yeah, he calls it manipulating the game. He likes to do that a lot. And Reggie, you talked about the consistency that he preaches. And from his standpoint, loves the locker room he has because he's got guys that have the right mindset and the right character, regardless of who is or who is not playing.
Baylor Shireman blowing kisses to that corner three. Something to watch going forward.
That was such a terrific play. Tatum three.
And now it's up to 18.
He is top 7 in 3-point shots made in the NBA. Obviously, this is the second of a back-to-back for Boston. They have lost 3 straight second games of back-to-backs this season. Walsh. And they got Bona back there quickly to cover. Now across the lane. Final seconds of the third. Oubre 3.
I
it takes every possession. You can't take your mind off one possession because that could turn the momentum around that quickly. So every possession got to matter and take care of it right now.
That was the next generation presented by SoFi, the next generation in banking.
It's Oubre who had a monster third quarter. Lonnie Walker working on Queta. Grimes, Drummond to screen. Oubre who will dance and maneuver. Drummond took it away. Point shots made. And the number 2 in 3 side for Boston. Part of a 14-2 run. Drummond. Lonnie Walker with the 3. The rebound. Outlet goes to the sharpshooter Pritchard. Met by Edwards. Tries to penetrate. Looks for Cornet. Hooks it home. So an assist. 16-2 Boston run. Grimes against Pritchard. Ooh, nice move to get free. Rebound White. Celtics lead the New York Knicks in the East by 3.5 games. They trail number 1 Cleveland by 8 coming into tonight.
The basketball gods all aligned. What a second-round matchup that would be. If things held true to form.
Who couldn't get it? Queta controls it. And White. NBA.com/junior WNBA.
Celtics playing it safe in the zone here. As
Backed in, the rookie out of Alabama. First appearance tonight for Philadelphia. He's been active for 4 straight. Here comes Pritchard, cross court for White. And this is over Edwards. And Drummond. And now to Jeff Doughton, who played at Rhode Island. Queta's on him. Queta goes out on that perimeter to guard a lot. Doughton, Drummond, White, Pritchard. Well, Reggie was 87-77. Boston's gone on a 20-2 run since. Pritchard getting out of traffic, hits the deck and fouled on the point. If not the single greatest female basketball player of all time, Cheryl Miller.
well, it's always great hanging out with Cheryl. Now you add to it the rivalry between UCLA and Juju Watkins is the absolute truth from USC. And on top of that, going forward, she has, in my opinion, the greatest women's basketball player of all time, Cheryl Miller, in her ear, guiding her mentally. Now, physically, the X's and O's, Juju's there. But the mental part, listening to Cheryl Dean and having 24/7 access to Cheryl, my goodness, the sky's the limit for Juju.
There are a lot of great players.
Yes, there is.
It's Pritchard off balance. Wow. Just amazing with some of these.
Maya Moore, Flowers.
20 years. 20 years. Players now. Hidalgo with Notre Dame. I mean, just all over. It's just
Haley Van Leek.
yes, yes. He played for
Paige
LSU.
Beckers.
Yep. Ricky Council with the 3. Reeves with the long shot. Won't go right there. Butler. White. Cornet. Well, for 3 quarters, this thing was really hopping. And drop that.
6 assists now for Derek White. And I think 4 of those assists have gone straight to Cornet on alley-oops.
Ricky Council will work on Queta, and then the long shot down at Waco. White is free, makes the fake. Reese flies by. Triple won't go. Queta collects and lost it inside. Now racing the other way, Butler. And into Reese. Collette maintain a culture. Sixer organization trying to maintain a culture amidst all this losing. It's an incredibly difficult task.
Yeah, and the most difficult part is this team, unless they get that lottery pick, which is top 6 protected, they're who they are right now because they do not have much wiggle room. They'll basically only be able to have the mid-level exception to sign a player next year, and that you would think the focus would be on keeping Gershon Yabusele, who's been
Earlier, the first-round draft choice would go to Oklahoma City if it's below number 6 in the lottery because of the 2020 Horford deal, which you explained well. Davison is in. Here's Pritchard working through traffic. And back to J.D. Davison, who puts it up and off.
But I'm okay with the Sixers roster next season if everyone is healthy. Everyone healthy, I think they can go toe-to-toe with anyone.
Tatum made the fake. Well, they thought bringing in Paul George would be the missing ingredient. Paid him a lot of money, and it just hasn't worked out. There's a foul. 76ers. That's out of bounds. They've had 2 separate 5-game losing streaks in November. I mean, it's been a battle all season long after beginning 3-14. Pritchard, Reese is on him. Bigger player, longer. Pritchard trying, and there's the threes made by the Celtics. In the corner, Jeff Doughton with a triple. Celtics, by the way, have won by 20 points or more 14 times this season. Number NBA have got that lead and more tonight.
Going at the play right there by Shireman.
Shireman's previous high was 5 points. Tonight, he's got 15. Council tries. Dembona will put it through. Here's J.D. Davison. And in for the first time in his career, Miles Norris, first NBA game played tonight. Norris was just signed by the team. Didn't play against Portland the other night. He was just signed. Council over Davison. Sure that this bench will be a support for him if needed during the playoffs.
Shireman 15,
yep.
Torrey Craig 12, Tatum Pritchard obviously 19. Off the bench here for Joe Mazzulla.
Council. Tillman almost had it, and Council picks it back up. Council played at Arkansas. Has it now. Davison on him. Reese a 3. First of his career by Miles Norris. Played high school basketball in New Hampshire. Played in Turkey. They just got him. Davison picks up a basket right there. He was just named the G League Player of the Month. Was Davison in February. Council 3. Wow. Davison the other way. Tillman 3. Phoenix will be down in Texas. Sunday it'll be Cleveland and Milwaukee on ESPN. Go to the NBA app or NBA. Under 2 to go. And the 76ers will lose their 3rd consecutive game. They're 12th out of 13. They're 14th out of 16. Lost to Tillman 3. Every team always love it when the bench guys do it because they practice against them. They travel with them. These are their brothers. I mean, these are their guys.
You're getting pushed in practice.
Yes.
Spending so much time elbowing one another. Of course you're going to be excited. Nice pass there by Doughton.
Dembona. Went from Nigeria. Grew up in Turkey and played at UCLA. Tillman another 3. Boy, jumped out of his chair had he seen that one go in. He saw the first and go, wait, did I just see that? Yes, Coach Izzo, you did.
Izzo told him, don't shoot outside the paint. That's why.
Long shot by Butler, no good. Got his second chance with a twirl in there, and out of in the NBA Finals, a rugged Thunder team which just seems to be so.
Yeah, I think Joker has a lot to say with that.
Are we ever going to get to the day where we have co-MVP? Oh, we've had them before, haven't we?
I know we had co-rookies of the co-rookies of the year.
Thinking NFL.
Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, our own Grant Hill.
Peyton Manning one time had a share in the NFL. Brett Favre shared it with Barry Sanders one year. Flying inside. He shared with McNair, with Steve you don't have to go back. I don't have my NFL hat on right now, but I think it was Peyton Manning. I know that Favre with Steve McNair, the late Steve McNair, and then Barry Sanders and Favre shared one year. This is a 3. That time for Drew Peterson. Final seconds. Washington, that's it.